Hey YouTube, it's your girl Mel. I'm back cooking Thanksgiving dinner. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so here my daughter was doing sweet potato pies. I was assisting her. You guys can't see me, but as I tell you guys, I don't measure. So I'm just telling her a squirt of that, a sprinkle of this. Can of milk, evaporated milk, and add some brown and white sugar. I would say maybe about a cup, a little pinch of salt. I think we had about, I want to say maybe 6 sweet potatoes that we had boiled and peeled. And we added the eggs. Eggs give it moisture and makes it creamy with the milk. And like I said, we use evaporated milk. Now, I mean, you guys can use whole milk. This is just how I do it. This is how I was raised to do it, and I just kept doing it this way. And it makes some really yummy pies. I add butter, not margarine. To me, it just makes the taste just so much better. And I bake my pies in graham cracker crust, so you have to bake them low and slow because the graham cracker crust will burn very, very easily if you have the heat too high in the oven. So after she get everything mixed up, she's gonna fill the pie shells. I bought 4. We had the smaller pie shells. I usually get the pie shells with the 2 extra slices, but they didn't have them, so we just filled these 4, and it was fine. Okay, so here I'm adding the sour cream and the cottage cheese to the macaroni. I bought a 2-pound box of macaroni. This is a pretty large pan because we have a large family. So I put the sour cream in. I'm gonna say maybe a little more than a cup. You guys know I don't measure. Now I used Colby Jack, sharp cheddar cheese, and I use a Mexican blend cheese. And you put my seasonings in now: garlic powder, onion powder, seasoning salt, and I use buttermilk for my macaroni as well. And I'm gonna add eggs. So when you use cottage cheese, it makes it really, really creamy. And I'm gonna put some slices of butter in there so it'll be throughout the macaroni and cheese, because I don't like stiff macaroni and cheese. And when you do it this way, it is not stiff. It's very creamy. And I add a little pepper. It sounds like a lot, but it's a really easy recipe. So, and like I keep saying, this is how my mom used to do it, but I don't care who teach you a recipe, you're going to critique it to your likes. That's just how we do. So now I'm going to make the cornbread for my dressing. I use self-rising cornmeal. In my cornbread mix, I use buttermilk. I put some eggs in there, and I put it in my cast iron skillet and let it bake. I mix the eggs in with the cornmeal with the buttermilk. Now, like I said, you guys can use whole milk if that's what you used to do. No problem. But this is just how my mom used to do. So now here I have the greens picked and cleaned. So the cornbread was ready, and my daughter wanted to make the dressing. So I just guided her with the ingredients. And she has the sausage already in there. We have 2 rolls of sage sausage, 1 roll of regular sausage, and now she's just adding the seasonings to make the dressing. So she's going to mix this all up. And I think we put in, I think it was about, you guys can count them, I think it's about, I want to say 6 eggs. And I do add buttermilk to my mixture. That's just, like I said, it's the way my mom did it. It's the way I do it. But some people add cream of chicken. But this is just my way of doing it. And you have to get in there and mix it really good with your hands. I had the broth on the stove heating up. I had the giblets in the broth with the bell pepper, onion, and celery mix. So after she mixed it up really good, we're gonna pour that right on in. Okay, this is when I was doing the peach cobbler. I like to warm my peaches on the stove, heat them a little bit, add the seasonings, mix it up. And yes, I use Pillsbury pie crust that's already cut. And it turned out just fine. That's what I always use. So yeah, I try to work smart in the kitchen, not too hard. It's already hard because we have a big family. But here I'm stuffing the bird. Sorry, it wasn't in focus. I didn't have the bird on in the camera. I didn't realize that. And here my son is cutting up long stem green onions. That's what I use in my greens. And he was cutting up some jalapenos. And yeah, he's a chef, so he had it. So he's cutting up the jalapenos, and we're going to add them to the greens. And I put that in, and I cooked turnip, mustard, kale, and I added some spinach at the end. And it literally takes like 15 minutes for spinach to cook, so I put that all in at one time. I'm adding the cut up vegetables to the greens right there. Oh, so that's the ham base. I'm gonna also make smoked turkey and string beans with red potatoes in there. So I don't measure, and that is Trick Daddy seasoning, and it's really good. I love it. That is a great seasoning. So there I'm just adding the potatoes. I'm gonna let them go for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna add the string beans. So here my daughter is mixing up brown sugar and pineapple juice to baste the ham with. This is what I cook my ham in, and it is amazing. It is simple. It's so simple. It's nothing but pineapple juice and brown sugar. And you make it to the consistency that you like. I don't like mine super loose like a water, but I'd already cut slits in the ham. I like mine just a little thicker, and I just hold the ham. I usually get a spiral ham, but I didn't this year. My daughter didn't pick up one. So we just have the shank portion ham. And we just put the pineapples over it and let it bake. And I put it on about 375 for maybe, I'm gonna say maybe an hour and a half. Okay, so that's our Thanksgiving dinner. So I want to thank everyone for watching, and hit the subscribe button and share, and thank you for joining our family. See you in the next video.